For most of us, the whole idea of financial freedom feels just like this, a tangled, confusing mess. We're told to save more, invest smarter, take on good debt, avoid bad debt. It feels like this constant barrage of advice that just contradicts itself. But what if there was a clear path through all that chaos? A blueprint that could actually take you from where you are right now to a life of real, genuine freedom? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do in this explainer. We're going to hand you that blueprint. We've all had that thought, right? That there must be some secret, some magic formula that wealthy people know and the rest of us just don't. But what if the answer is way simpler than that? What if it's not some secret handshake, but a sequence, a specific series of steps that if you follow them in the right order can lead to absolutely incredible results? That is the question we are here to answer. Okay, before we can even start building that future, we got to get real about where we are right now. And that starts with understanding something called the performance gap. It's that space, that chasm between the life you have and the life you dream of. It's the gap between your current bank balance and the freedom you're chasing. And our mission, starting right now, is to close that gap for good. This slide just lays it out perfectly. There are two paths in front of us. On the left, you've got the traditional 40-year crawl to retirement. It's slow, it's uncertain, and it's what we've all been taught to just accept. But on the right, that's the rocket, an accelerated path that can get you to financial freedom in as little as 10 to 15 years. Now look, this isn't some get-rich-quick fantasy. This is about a strategic shift, a total change in how we play the game. Okay, so to get on this accelerated path, you need more than just a map, right? You need a whole new way of thinking. Before we even get into the practical how-to steps, we have to adopt the mindset of the people who have already gotten where we want to go. We need to learn how to think like a billionaire. And this is the first, and honestly, maybe the most important lesson from the super wealthy. They don't worship money, they worship time. See, they get that money can be earned, it can be lost, and it can be earned back again. But time is the one thing you can never get back. It's a non-renewable resource. And when you truly get that, it changes every single decision you make. So how does this actually play out in real life? I mean, this obsession with time. Well, it's in all the small things. They'd rather send a quick text than get stuck on a long phone call because it's just more efficient. They make fast decisions on small stuff to save their brain power for the things that really matter. And maybe the biggest one of all, they delegate relentlessly. They understand their time is best spent doing the one or two things they are world-class at, and they will happily pay other people to handle everything else. It's so easy for us to look at a billionaire's yacht and just see, crazy spending. But a lot of the time, there's a deeper game being played. That yacht, it's not just for parties. It's a floating boardroom for making deals. That huge mansion isn't just a home, it's a place to host events and build connections. They see these things not just as expenses, but as investments that will buy them more time, more connections, and ultimately more wealth. All right, we've got the mindset down. Now, it's time to build the engine, the machine that's going to generate the fuel for this whole journey to freedom. Because, let's be honest, you can't invest money you don't have. So, the big question is, how do we build that powerful income stream? Well, the answer is all about finding what's called your value zone. And it starts with a super simple exercise. Seriously, grab a piece of paper right now and draw 3 big overlapping circles. In that first circle, I just want you to write down everything you love to do, your hobbies, your passions, the things that make you forget to eat. Go for it. Okay, circle number 2. This is where we got to be honest with ourselves. What are you genuinely good at? Not just what you like, but what skills do you have? Maybe you're great at leading teams, or maybe you're amazing at design, or maybe you can build anything with your hands. Don't be shy here. List out your actual talents. And here comes the third circle, and honestly, this one is the most crucial. What will people actually pay money for? What problems are out there that people are desperate to have solved? This is where we take our passions and our skills and connect them to what the market actually needs. And right there, in the middle, where those 3 circles overlap, that is where the magic happens. That is your value zone. It's that perfect sweet spot where what you love, what you're good at, and what people will pay for all come together. This isn't just about finding another job. It's about finding your unique way to create massive value and building a serious income engine around it. So how do you actually turn this value zone into, money? Well, the fastest, most efficient way to get going is with a service-based business. Think about it. You don't need a factory. You don't need a ton of startup cash. All you really need are your skills, your expertise, and a laptop. You can start this on the side in your spare time and grow from there. It is the perfect launchpad for this journey. Okay, deep breath. We've got the billionaire mindset. We've built the income engine. Now it is time for the main event, the part you've been waiting for, the blueprint, the exact step-by-step sequence for putting your money to work to build real, lasting wealth. But before I just give you the list, you have to understand why the order matters so much. Trying to invest without a sequence, it's literally like trying to fill a bucket that's got massive holes in the bottom. You can pour all your hard-earned cash in the top, but if you've got leaks like high-interest debt, you are just spinning your wheels. You feel like you're doing the right thing, but you're getting absolutely nowhere. And this right here is the biggest, ugliest hole in most people's bucket. 22%. That is the average interest rate on credit card debt. Just let that number sink in. This isn't just a loan. It's a financial monster that is actively eating your future every single minute of every single day. It's a guaranteed path to staying broke. I mean, just think about it like this. When you pay off a credit card that's charging you 22% interest, you are giving yourself a guaranteed risk-free, tax-free 22% return on your money. Tell me, what investment on planet Earth can promise you that? Nothing. So before you even think about putting $1 in the stock market, you have to kill this high-interest debt. This isn't just a smart move. It is a mathematical lock. So here it is, the moment of truth, the optimal sequence for building wealth. Let's walk through it, one step at a time. Number 1, you build a small emergency fund. This is your cushion, so a flat tire doesn't send you right back into debt. 2, you attack that high-interest debt with absolutely everything you have. 3, you contribute just enough to your company's retirement plan to get the full employer match. 4, you max out tax-advantaged accounts like an IRA, an individual retirement account, or an HSA, a health savings account. 5, you go back to that 401k and you max it out completely. And finally, number 6, only after all that is done do you start investing in regular, taxable brokerage accounts. This is the path. Follow these steps in this order, and you cannot lose. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Wait, why get the employer match before all the debt is gone? You just said debt was the enemy, and you're right. But here's the thing. The employer match is the one thing that beats the brutal math of high-interest debt. When your company matches your contribution, you are getting an immediate 50 or even 100% return on your money. Instantly. It's free money. It's the best investment you'll ever make. So you put in just enough to get that free money, and then you pivot right back to destroying your debt. So we've laid out the entire plan, the mindset, the engine, the blueprint. But let's just take a step back and remember why we're even doing any of this. Because this was never about just getting more numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about one thing, and one thing only: freedom. Seriously, I want you to just close your eyes for a moment. Picture this. You wake up in the morning, no alarm clock, just the sun. You roll over, pick up your phone, and you see that while you were sleeping, your investments just made you $4,000. That is not some fantasy. That is the reality this blueprint creates. That is what true financial freedom feels like. So what does it actually take? What's the price tag for this kind of freedom? Well, to make it happen in about 10 years, the number you're aiming to invest is somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 a month. And yeah, I know, that might sound like a huge number, but remember that income engine we talked about building? This is what it's for. This is a real, tangible, achievable goal. And please, whatever you do, do not think of this as a sacrifice. You are not giving up anything. You are buying something priceless. You are buying back your time. You are buying your freedom. Every single dollar you invest is a vote for a future where you are in complete control. A future where you wake up every single day and you, and only you, decide how you're going to spend your time. So I'm going to leave you with one final question. 10 years from now, you're going to be 10 years older. That's a guarantee. The question is, will you be free? Will you look back on today as the day you made a decision that changed everything? Or will you look back with regret, wondering what could have been? The path is clear. The blueprint is right here. The choice is yours.